Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNN Live. We're in New Orleans at the New Orleans Investment Conference. I'm here with Rick Rule. Many of you know who this man is. He's the founder of Global Resource Investments. How are you, Rick?
Fine. How are you, sir?
And welcome
Thank you.
to SNN Live. Now, tell us who you are. For those who don't know.
I have been for 30 years a stockbroker and money manager in the natural resources business. I suppose my claim to fame is that I haven't ever left the sector in good times or bad, and as a consequence have a reputation as a contrarian and as a natural resource investor.
Your room, when you speak, ladies and gentlemen, is always full. Not half full, not half empty, full. Why is that?
I suspect that people who are interested in the natural resource business are interested in people who have performed over time. And we have performed over time. We've been in the sector. We never became technology analysts or investors. We never became retail investors or analysts. We never became foreign securities retailer analysts. We never went for the fat of the minute. We have been in the mining, the oil and gas, the forestry, the agriculture, the water business for 30 years. Investors who are in the sector and successful recognize that focused expertise is important.
What did you talk about today?
The topic was making money midway through a bull market. The thesis is that natural resource-based businesses are both capital intensive and cyclical. And my belief is in the natural resource business, you are either a contrarian or you're a victim. People who chase hot markets suffer 80% declines. People who buy the sectors of a market that are out of favor and own them till they come into favor do very well. Whether somebody is a contrarian or a victim is their own choice. The market stays the same. It's one's response to the market that determines whether one wins or loses.
Does the words early or late come into play?
Of course. People who chase fads are invariably late. People's expectations of the future, most people, is set by their experience in the immediate past. So a sector that has performed attracts additional capital until it is overbought and collapses of its own weight. Wayne Gretzky famously was a great hockey player. Although he wasn't the fastest guy in the world, he wasn't the strongest guy on skates. All the other people, as he put it, skated to where the puck was, and he skated to where the puck was going to be. You need to do the same thing in the natural resource business. If something is hot, you leave it. Don't do the momentum play. You go to what's not hot, own it till it is hot, and lose it to the guys who come behind you.
So what you're saying is we're midway through a bull market. So if you own it, you might be wanting to sell it soon. If you haven't bought it yet and you're still on the sidelines, it might not be the best time to jump in. That's what I'm getting.
That's partly true. I think the main thing I'm saying is that the easy money has been made. Natural resources is a great big sector, and certain sectors may be in favor while other sectors are out of favor. As an example, people hate the natural gas business right now. You're probably 2 years early, but going into a sector that people hate, you're going to get something cheap. Other things like rare earths are red hot. Piling into something that you can't pronounce because something that you don't understand has performed well is a recipe for suicide.
Why, I know Einsteinium.
Fraudium, scamium, I know all those too.
You're good. I like that. So, what are we doing today?
Well, I think there are several sectors that are attractive. I think the economic alternative energy, meaning low-head hydro, run-of-river hydro, geothermal, pretty cheap. I think that Canadian conventional oil and gas, particularly cheap. Sub $300 million market caps don't get any attention on Bay Street. I think that those companies will be consolidated and taken over. I think that uranium, after 4 years of being unpopular, following 4 years of being very popular, has some attraction to it. The principal theme is don't be where the crowd is. Avoid the crowd. We were extraordinarily successful in the 1998-2002 timeframe buying gold stocks because nobody wanted them. Everybody owns them now. Would I like to own more gold stocks? Of course. But what's happening is that the market caps have caused my fear to exceed my greed, and I end up being a seller.
You know, that's all logical to me. Because I'm a stock guy from Wall Street. I know the drill. And, you know, I know that there's a tremendous amount of money being poured into exploration companies. Right. Is it too much too late. But at the end of the day, I'm hearing, on the other hand, that gold's going to 2,000 real soon. I heard 2,500 this afternoon. I heard 3,000 last week. What do you make of that?
Well, that's like if you go down the street here in New Orleans to a Baptist church and ask the choir if they believe in God. I mean, you're at the gold show, right? You walk up and down the aisle here, you'd think the gold was going to 200 because every booth you talk to allegedly has 5 million ounces. These people are selling gold ones, right? The exploration business has treated me extremely well. It's treated me extremely well because I have a background in geology and because I'm a cynic. If you walk through a place like this with as many good salesmen as there are here, all of whom are selling gold, and you ask them if they think the gold price might go up, it's likely you're going to get a yes answer.
That's, ladies and gentlemen, why Rick Rule's rooms are full. To find out more, what's your website?
www.gril.net.
You got it, folks. Rick Rule. Thanks for coming on to
Thank you, sir. Fun.